Hi everybody, my name is Jan Dufour and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live just outside of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm really excited. Today we're going to label and have tabs for our catalog. Now we all know that the catalog is in a new format and things are a little tricky to find, especially at the beginning. I'm getting better at it, but this has made it so much easier. The first time I did it, I used our stamp set, which is called Keeping Tabs. There's 3 different patterns of tabs, and although none of these phrases are what I need, they would be good if you're making filing cards, congratulations birthday, sympathy. You can use those as tabs to decorate. So I'm just going to show you what I did. The same as I have done many times before. I make a template. I just punch out. Now there is a punch and there is also a die cut. For me, because I was doing so many of them, I've decided that the punch was better for this project. You can make up your own mind. So you punch out a bunch of plain white cardstock, or in the case if you want colors, I just was testing things, and I am getting spam calls up the wazoo, so I apologize. I'm not going to wipe that out of my video. Or you can just use it plain. You can see in this, I usually have 2 catalogs going. One I put with my stamping supplies in case I need to look up. One will be with my business. I make a different color on here so I know which one I have, because I actually track my stamps in here, what I have, etc. So as I said, you can just write on them and that will work as well. But I have for you a file. It's a Word document. I will try making it a PDF, but it goes specifically on an Avery 5167, which is return labels. There's 80 labels here, and there's 2 sets here and 2 sets here. So you can do front and back if you want. I chose not to do that right this minute. So what I did was to go ahead, let me show you on a sample, one that I've already done. What I did was I went ahead and put this along as far to the top as you can go, because you want it to stick out. And it is too long. You can either fold it in, which is what I did, or you can cut it off, whichever. Then if you want to decorate it, you can choose a color. Put this template in. I chose to put the label on it first because I wanted to decorate the label as well, because it is in the space where there's color. I'll go ahead and use Pool Party. I don't know what's on there already. We may get an interesting color. Go ahead and put it inside there. Press, and voila, you have a decorated printed label that you can now put in your catalog. All right, so this is a spare. I'm going to move that over, and because you have them all here, it can go very quickly. And you can, clean this and change colors and all of that stuff. All right, so when you go to my website, which is stampmesilly.com, if you are watching me on YouTube, there will be a download sheet. Again, it's a WordPerfect document. I will try doing a PDF, but again, it's specifically for Avery 5167, and I bear no responsibility on how your printer prints these. There are too many variations for me to even try, but I know that if you use this Avery 5167 and use it as a Word document, it comes out. I put it through this way, and then I turned around and I put it through that way. So I have 4 sets here. I'm not going to do 4 catalogs, but there you have it. All right, so after I got it pretty, I will put it in the catalog. Now, I've already done the first row, if you will. So I'm going to start at the top again. And let's see, we're doing metallic. I will have all of the page numbers listed on my website. at stampmesilly.com. So we go to page 111, and this is where metallic papers are. I'm usually looking for those. Go ahead and press it in half, open it back up. Now this is very little. It is tear and tape, and I got this out. It's left over from a kit, but it is the same width as our tear and tape. So go ahead and use that. And I put it on the very bottom. I usually just go ahead and cut it because you don't want anything hanging off like that. And that's fine. Okay. And then I make sure I kind of burnish it with my finger, not even my nail. And I will show you, we take this off. And when you're doing the first one, you don't need to compare it to anything else. You just put it on the very top. You take the back side. You lift the page. Again, it's 111. You put it so that the page, this edge of the page, follows the tear and tape at the top of it. So I'm going to match that. And then I'm going to fold it down and press that. So we have the first one down, or for this is the second course of the first one, but that's how that would have happened. All right, so now I'm doing the next one, which is Ribbon and Gems, which is actually the next page. Yes, you can put as many as you want. You can just keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. That's totally up to you. What I do, I prepare it the same way. I go ahead and add the tear and tape. Oops. The tear and tape. I'll cut it so that I know I have it straight. I won't have to come back and check it. We'll do the second section. I got on somebody's naughty list or something. Today alone, I've gotten over 15 calls. It's making me nuts, but eventually I block them all, and they never call from the same number. Don't you hate that? It's just so annoying. I don't know what list. I don't sign up for stuff. I do sign up for blogs and stuff, so I don't know if they sell their information, but anyway, here we go. All right, so I go to the page I want, 113. So I get to the back page, which is really 114. I take, oops, not the written part, the back part. I line that up even, the top part of the tear and tape along the edge of this, and I also line up this with this, right? So I'm putting this right here. I put it down, and if a little bit of tear and tape is showing here, it doesn't matter because you're going to close this, and that's just going to adhere it to the tab, so that doesn't make any difference. So there you go, Ribbon and Gems. And then we have glue and miscellaneous stamps. These are not the categories we're used to seeing, but I went through my catalog and picked the things I know I was going to be looking for. You may find that there are more that you want. That's great. All you have to do is add it. I would copy a couple of these and paste them, and then change the words. That way you'll get matching fonts, and they'll be in bold, which is what's there. Don't forget to do it to the bottom as well if you want all four of them to reflect the same thing. I usually do this for my team members the first time they join, when they first get their new catalog. All right, so we have that. And what is it again? Glue and miscellaneous stamps, which is on 117. Use my tool, take this off. And of course, my husband is vacuuming, which I can't be mad about, right? He's vacuuming. It's awesome. We have company coming, so he wants to make sure that we're all nice and pretty. All right, so 117, the back of. I don't need these. I want it lined up with gems. I apologize. I hope it's not too loud on there. If it's really bad, I don't know what I'll do because I don't know how to edit. But anyway, there you go. Let me close the door. There we go. It's not much lighter, but it is somewhat. Again, I apologize. But again, if you know me, I do not video. If I have to take a phone call, I will splice them and just cut out the ringing and then pick it back up. But I do not redo. I got too many things to do. Create, blogging, knitting, sewing, needlepoint, all of the above, grandchildren, sports, school for them. Too many things. Not too many, but too many to retape. All right, so now glue and metallic was there. And this one is embossing folders, which is on page 129. Again, I will list the pages that I have chosen to match the topics that I have printed. You will just have to figure out where, yeah, it's just going to make more rows. That's all it's going to do. It's not going to mess anything up. It just, you won't be following the same page numbers. That's all. Again, I'm just using the top of the sticky tear and tape, and I'm putting it along there. I press it down. I get rid of all of these pages. Press it in half, and we are stuck. If any of them get sticky, you have an embossing buddy, or you should have one if you do any embossing at all. And I just do this, and we're good. And it smells kind of nice. All right, embossing buddy. We only have 2 left. We've got colors. See why I didn't want to like do the whole book? I think you'll get it from the few that I've shown you here. Tear and tape on the bottom. Cut it so that you don't have extra. Now, if you don't do the cutting, when you peel off, just peel the little bits of glue. I'll show you if you do it too long and don't cut it off. So we'll do, say, here. So as you can see, it's too long. Let's see, what page am I putting these on? Colors is on page 135. This is 135. So I'm going to peel this off. This one's all right because it's the right size. This one's too long. So all I'm going to do is peel it off. And then it already kind of did it. You just pull it back, round it, make it get off the front of it. Okay, 135 for colors. That's where we start all of our things. And we wanted to put it right after embossing. So we take the back side of 135, line up the tear and tape, push it down. There we go. And one more. All right, we need the index. Do you not always search for the index and it's not the last page? So that's a little confusing. And that needs to be marked because we're always looking for the index. It is actually a really good index. You really can find most everything if you're looking for something. All right, right to the end. I'm trying to use up, I've got like 3 or 4 of these from kits. I went on a kit binge the other day, or not the other day, but a while back, and they're really cute. They work up really fast. They make good cards to give away, which is what I do at Christmas. Because a lot of them are shiny. They're really pretty. Sometimes they're subjects I wouldn't have done, so that's handy. It's just because it's not your thing. Whoever you're giving the card to, it might be their thing, so. All right, index, the back side. Where do I want to put it? I want to put it on the back side of 141, and I want it to match right about here. Move those out of the way. Close that down, and look at that. Is that not awesome? You can go right to where you need to be, where you need to find things. It was fun making the tags. The only other thing I might do is because I probably won't do it, but I could have, before I stamped, taped down like I did on the front, and then did the stamping so that it would be stamped on top of it. They're all light enough to see black, the blanking through there. But it's not that big a deal. Instead of looking at it, I'll just turn it back this way and find what I'm looking for. I hope that helped you out. Look for this. It will be on my website. Again, it's stampmesilly.com right here. If you have any questions, you can email me at jandufour@yahoo.com. If you don't have a demonstrator, you can ask me for a free catalog. The online store where you can shop and purchase any of these things, including the set. When I bought them, I knew I was going to buy both because I did not know which one I would prefer. I did that for a couple of sets this time. And after a little while, I may decide to just do one. But if you want to try both, make sure that you take the bundled price with the punch, because the punch is more expensive than this. So this makes it a great selling point because it's less expensive. But if you want that 10% off, you want it off the higher priced item. So bundle it this way. And then if you decide to buy this in addition, I did not use it on this project. That does not mean I won't use it in the future. But you can go to my online store at jandufour.stampinup.net. And remember, go to my website to get a copy of these. And if you don't have these particular Avery labels, if you had one solid sheet of labels, you can always make them and then just cut them apart. And that would work as well. Or you can do like I did with my first one and just write them with a marker. I hope you enjoyed this. Consider subscribing. I post once a week on Wednesdays unless there's a flash sale, and then I'll send you an extra note. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.